so I lied. I said I was gonna be making videos all summer and vlogging and shit. So I did vlog. I made so many. I just recorded all the time. Never edited it. Sorry, I kind of just like didn't do it. I got lazy. Had a bit of a hectic summer. It's almost over. Almost have to go back to school, unfortunately, which is not exciting at all. Also, excuse my hair. I just got out of the shower and randomly decided to do this. But I just realized I want to beat the dead horse, if that's how the saying goes. I want to tell you guys about my 6th grade and 7th grade, my 6th and 7th grade experience. My first queer dating experience. My first dating experience ever, actually. So let me tell you about that. End of 5th grade. Summer after 5th grade. I go to my cousin's house. I'm gonna just call her M. Or I'll call her Maddie. My cousin Maddie. You know. Love her. We were like this. We never really got to see each other, but every time we did, we just clicked. I was at her house when we were talking. We were on the phone with this girl. I remember. Oh, no, the first thing we did, we put a bunch of queer identities in a cup. Like gay, like stuff like that. We took one out for her cat, and we said her cat was queer. Anyway. That was the first really introduction to, like, gay people that I really got, and, like, gay stuff like that. Gay stuff. LGBTQ. Because I'd never really been introduced to it. I just kind of, like, knew that it was there, but I never really thought about it. So we're on the phone with this girl, and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm lesbian. And then this other girl, she's like, oh, or Maddie, she's like, oh, me too, or something. I don't remember what she said, but then I was thinking, and I was like, I mean, I think I'm bi. And then I just said I was bi. A few months later, or like a month or two later, I think it was, yeah, in the beginning of 6th grade, I go to my mom. I'm going to take a shower. I go in her room. I turn around and say, Mom. She goes, yeah. I say, Mom, I like girls. She goes, I know. I was like, oh, you know? Yeah, for only thing she said, she just goes, I know. Okay, cool, I guess. Then I take a shower. And then I go to school. There's a new girl. She's super hella gay looking. Okay. I make all these new friends. I'm rekindled with my best friend, you know. She's friends with this group of people. I'm friends with this group of people, whatever. We meet these people, or I become friends with these people that are in a throuple. Then I meet this lonely girl. Her name is J. Bleep that. I'm just gonna call her J. My first introduction. J. I keep saying her name. First introduction to J. I was a huge Sure Miss MP fan at the time. That was when it was really at its peak. You know, I'm walking around at recess. I hear, your new boyfriend, I hear Jay singing it. And I'm like, holy f***, that's the love of my life. Obviously. Because why wouldn't it be? Roll around to Valentine's Day. I bring a rose and a note to school. This note is asking, will you be my girlfriend? I was like, okay guys, I'm gonna run across to the next classroom, give it to her, and run away. My friends, my 2 straight friends sitting across from me, some guy, I'm gonna call him E, and then this other girl I'll also call J. Because she's not relevant, they're not relevant. But anyway, they were like, go, just go give it to her. The whole class is like, go, you know, because everybody was like, hey, being gay back then. I guess, I don't know, all the little 6th graders were like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay. I sprint across the class. I asked my teacher, I'm like, hey, can I go give this to somebody? She's like, yeah, just hurry up and come back. I was like, okay. I sprint to the next classroom. I run over there. Okay. I see her at the table. I'm like, I run to the table. I just throw it down and I run away. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, that was a mistake. This was a bad idea. Oh my God. I'm freaking out. She comes in the classroom. I'm like, oh, put my head down. I had a little like yes and no check on it. I was like, oh. She runs in there. She puts the note down. She looks at me. I look at her. We smile. She runs away. I'm like, I pick up the note. I'm like, guys, I'm shaking. I gotta flip it. All right, let me demonstrate. This math paper. Okay, I can see that. I'm like, she marked yes. Here starts the weirdest relationship of my life. First relationship ever, weirdest relationship ever. Crazy, okay? I'm in love. I'm in love. Next day, I bring one of those fingerboards. Or, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a skateboard, but you use your fingers on it. Fingerboard, right. I bring it to school. It's my prized possession, okay? I'm like, you can have this. I'm giving this to you as a present of my love. Okay, we're in love. We walk together every day. We hang out every single weekend, but we never hang out alone because, you know, obviously. My best friend, I'll name her Ferrari. My best friend Ferrari, we all three hang out every single weekend. The summer after 6th grade, we hung out like every day. By the way, oh, I forgot, I completely skipped a part. Before 6th grade ends, right? It's right at the end of 6th grade. We're still together. We're still going strong, you know. She tells me, bleep that. Jay tells me she doesn't want to go by Jay anymore. She wants to go by, I'm not going to say the name, T. I'll say T. And she's not a she is a he. So he is now my boyfriend. I tell my mom everything. I'm like, hey, that's my boyfriend. Summer rolls around, you know, hanging out with my boyfriend every weekend, every day, like all the time. My best friend, we were all three always hanging out. It was always just the three of us. Never just me and him. Me and Ferrari, we hung out constantly. Obviously, that was my best friend since the 2nd grade. So we're getting, it's weird, okay? One day, T, he's like, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'm like, okay. He takes his iPad. I don't really think anything of it because, you know, you gotta go, and you wanna scroll on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever we were on at the time, watch a Dream SMP stream while you're at it. You know, he's in there. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. Not a big deal. Like, 2 hours go by, and I'm like, okay, is he dead? What's happening? You know, I have to pee. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, Murray, come with me. Like, I don't know what's happening. We walk in the bathroom. He's sleeping, fully clothed, in my bathtub. Right. So, why? Never found out why. I don't even think I asked. I remember like, hello? Like, okay. Right. So, that's great. All good and dandy. What is happening? Also, we never had each other's phone numbers. We never talked unless we were hanging out. I talked to him like one time on the phone on his mom's phone. That was like the one time. We never texted like ever. Like, I don't know why. I don't even know how we were together. Does a bunch of weird shit like that. One night, sleepover, he's sleepwalking in my house. He's like grabbing the walls. Insert clip. Yeah. To this day, I don't know if it was fake or not. I couldn't really tell. I don't know. He comes back and he's like, a demon told me he was going to take you from me. And I was like, right. Okay. I have my first kiss. It's just okay. Remember that. We kissed like twice and it was both just, that was it. Okay? Remember this. By now, we're going into, I believe, 7th grade. We've been dating for almost 7 or 8 months. Around 7 because it's close to homecoming. Or maybe 8, I don't remember. We dated for a total of 9 months, but just remember, we're dating around 7, 8, 9, whatever months. Homecoming starts getting close. Now, my whole freaking friend group had drama, whatever, there's drama. I'll go into all of that in another video, but I want to tell you about this relationship. Homecoming's rolling around. We're doing great. I'm in love. We're in love. We cuddle in class like freaks. Like in choir class, we have these chairs and we were just like all wrapped up in each other. No wonder we got bullied horribly. So bad. I got bullied so bad in 7th grade that when I went to my new school, I was shocked that I didn't get bullied. Like, I was like, where's the bullying? This is weird. Because it was 7 through 12 in one school, so I got horrendously bullied by literally everyone, and everyone hated it on my friend group. They hated us. They hated us. They wanted us to die. It was bad. Side combo, I almost got beat up by a dude one time. Yeah. Hey, that happened recently, too. Anyway, homecoming weekend rolls around. It's the weekend before homecoming. We spend the whole weekend together at my grandparents' house because this is when I moved in with my grandparents after a lot of stuff happened with my family. I'm in my grandparents' house. we had a great weekend. My best friend's ankle is broken. She's not able to come to homecoming with us, so she spends the weekend with us too. She comes and spends like the last day of that weekend with us. Homecoming comes around. Mirari's at my house, hanging out with me before homecoming. T is there. He's there. He was acting really weird, okay? Very strange. I had the most horrendous fit on also. This is the fit, if I can find that. Just, hopefully there's a picture there, like a suit, one piece that was covered in silver glittery sparkles. Why I wore that to my 7th grade homecoming, don't know. We're doing fine at the beginning of homecoming, I'm having fun, I'm dancing. He's sitting in a corner on the ground, on the floor in the gym, okay? I walk over, no, wait, the football game beforehand, because we also went to that. Somebody's with us, who I'm gonna call E. Me, T, and E, we're in homecoming now. Our friend group's there, having a great time. I go sit with him in this corner that he's sitting in, and he's like, I lay on him and he's like, no, don't, no, I'm like, okay, sorry. And then he runs away to the bathroom. I'm like, what's going on? I run to the bathroom as well. He's crying. 2 of our friends are like holding him and be like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, what's going on? He looks at me and he says, I'm breaking up with you. Tears streaming down his face. My heart is basically, because this is my first ever relationship, first queer relationship, you know how it goes if you're queer. My heart was ripped out of my chest and violently stomped on into the floor. I start hyperventilating and freaking out. I'm like, why? Like, what's wrong? And he was like, you say the F slur too much. What? What do you mean? I'm gay. Also, I'm 12. And I start freaking out. I'm hyperventilating. I'm tweaking out. I run away. I call my best friend. I'm like, oh my God, I wish you were here. I'm freaking out. Like, I just got broken up with. I'm sobbing. I fall onto the floor in this little dark corner room. It's like a box room. And I fall onto the ground. I'm hyperventilating and freaking out. Everyone, all these random popular people are asking if I'm okay. I'm like, I'm like freaking out, obviously. E comes up to me. E runs over and it's like, oh my God, are you okay? Wraps me in a hug. We're hugging. This teacher comes over there. Comes over and she's like, can you go have a panic attack in the room we're supposed to be in the gym where you're supposed to be right now? I'm sorry you're having a panic attack, but you're gonna have to go in there, okay? Right, okay. Whatever, I get up, I look at her like she's insane. E is like, why would you ever say something like that? They're obviously freaking out and panicking. I get up. I'm crying. I walk to go to the gym. There's these little stairs. I start walking down. My other friend, I'm going to call him Lil T because that's what we call him. Lil T and our friend L. I'll call him L. Lil T runs up to me. He's like, what happened? Are you okay? What happened? And I'm like, yeah, he broke up with me, we just broke up, this is the worst day of my life, I'm losing, I'm gonna freak out. He hugs me, he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have a talk with him. Lil T's angry, okay? Lil T is mad. I hug my friend L, right? I run into the lobby, I call my grandpa. I call my mom, I'm like, hey, you have to come get me. I just got broken up with, this is the worst day of my life. My mom's like, I can't, I literally can't. I'm like, okay. I hang up the phone, I call my grandpa, who doesn't know. I just said, I was like, I just need to go home, I can't tell you why. Because he didn't know I was gay, whatever. Sorry, I had a lot to do last night, so I couldn't finish the video. But, what is happening with my hair? Had a lot going on yesterday, couldn't really finish the video. Also ignore my hair, had another shower. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt. So, I call my grandpa. I'm sobbing, I'm crying, I'm just in immense, horrible tears, okay? He picks up the phone, right? I can't tell him why I need to leave. So I'm like, I need to leave, I can't tell you why, just come get me. Please, 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 this is all going wrong. He's like, okay, I'm on the way. He comes, and he gets there. And he's like, come on, I have to go, because we have to take T home. We have to take him home, right? I have to go get him and be like, hey, we have to go. My grandpa's here, and we're your ride home. After I've just had my heart shattered and ripped out of my chest, I've had to do that. So, Little 12-year-old me, heartbroken. That's the worst day of my life. Okay? I'm 12 years old. That's like genuinely nothing else could ever be worse than that. Sorry, I'm fixing my hair. Like, my day, my night could not get any worse. Like, I thought if anything else were to happen, my life would be ruined forever. I would never be the same. My grandpa gets there. He gets in the back seat. I get in the front seat. Right? He's in the back seat. He's crying too. We're both crying. And he's like, what happened? And I'm like, I can't tell you. Like, I just can't. And he's like, okay, whatever. So we take him home. And he takes the flowers that I got him with him. And I was very mad about that for some reason. I was like, I remember being extremely angry. Okay, that happens. That same night I go back to my grandparents' house, which is where I lived at the time. I sit in my bed and I sob. And then E calls. Like, okay. E was the one comforting me all night. And, like, at the dance, I guess I'll answer and, you know, just talk to them. Do you want me to sleep on call with you? Well, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's sleep on call together. We slept on call together. I woke up, they were still on the phone. We talked, like, a lot about everything. We go back to school. They were still in our friend group. Right, so it was the worst week of my life when we go back to school. I have to sit at the same table as them. I go to the same classes as them. I'm in the same friend group as them, as him. Sorry, him. All of that was him, by the way. I'm in the same class as him and everything. It's just all bad, okay? I see him everywhere. We were 7th grade little let me tell you, we were not nice, okay? So, a bunch of drama happened with our little friend group, okay? And I was sitting at breakfast with him alone. They were all in the gym. We're on the phone on Snapchat. I'm on the phone with my group chat on Snapchat with my friends that are in the gym. I'm in the lunchroom with T. They tell me, tell T we don't want to be his friend anymore. I'm like, okay. Because I hated that at the time. I was like, we don't want to be your friend anymore. Not gonna lie. Not my choice. I'm not the boss. I don't run this shit. Whatever. Time goes by. They still kind of talk to him. I don't. I refuse. I will not speak to him ever. He asked for this ring back that he gave me, and I threw it at him. So, a few weeks rolls by. I get called to the principal's office. I go to the principal's office. I'm like, what's happening here? Like, what's going on? I sit down in this principal's office. Beknownst to me, it was going to be the worst day of my life to 12-year-old me. This principal's office visit still haunts me to this day. Worst principal's office visit ever. Let me tell you, I sit down in that chair in that principal's office. T is sitting near me. He's over there. I'm right here. Our counselor's in there. It's like, oh, the counselor's office. It wasn't the principal. I don't remember. I think it was the counselor, but she was in the principal's office talking to us. I don't remember. But we had drama going on. That's why we were in the office in the first place. She was like, hey, there's drama. The counselor, she was like, there's drama going on. I don't know why. It's honestly a little crazy. Our whole friend group gets called in there. I'm like, freak. Something bad is going to happen. We all sit down. T looks the counselor dead in her face and goes, they sexually assaulted me. I look around. I was like, me? You're talking about me? I start freaking out, obviously, because to preface, I did not do this. I did not do this at all. No, never even thought about it. Ever. And he's just he's like, yeah. And my friends, they're all like, what? No, that didn't happen. That's just not true. I'm like, no, it's not true. And the counselor, she just didn't give a fuck. Which is a little crazy to me, because what if somebody did sexually assault them and which also, it was very unbelievable. It didn't happen. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I start freaking out. They're like, hey, get out. They kick all our friends out, and it's just me and T in this office, right? We're screaming at each other. He's like, yes, you did. He said, you know what he said I did? When we kissed, I tried to slip him the tongue. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's how I sexually assaulted him, apparently. I tried to slip him the tongue. I tried to French kiss him. I didn't. He said I tried to slip him the tongue. And also, tell me if I'm completely wrong, but if I tried to, put my tongue in his mouth while we're kissing, and he tells me to stop and I do, which is what he said I did, that wouldn't be SA, would it? Tell me if I'm wrong, but I just don't see that as being SA because I was told to stop and I did. I was told to stop and I did because it didn't happen. Because I never did that. 12-year-old me didn't know how to make out with anyone because I'd never done it before. I've never slipped anybody the tongue. I've never been slipped-tongued. Didn't know you could do that. I was 12. I knew nothing. I thought this was like the most sexual thing you could do in your life, okay? Like, I was 12 years old, okay? I'm screaming. I'm like, you're literally an idiot. Like, you are the stupidest human being ever. Didn't happen. You're a liar. You're just lying for no reason. And I'm like screaming in his face. And the principal and like 3 other teachers come in and they're like, we can hear you guys in the hallway and you're disrupting classes. And I was like, well, this stupid is saying that I just spit everywhere. This stupid piece of is saying that I essayed them and I didn't. And they're like, okay, go to class. Okay. I was mad as shit. And that day I had also forgotten my glasses at home, so I couldn't see, and I was very just agitated that day anyway. I run to the gym because I had PE, and I see my best friend. I'm sobbing. Marori's like, what happened? What? I tell her everything. I'm very mad. Marori's mad. Everyone's mad. I tell everyone because I didn't know if he was going to go spread it around the school. So I literally tell every soul that I see, I'm like, he lied and said I essayed him, he lied and said I essayed him, he lied and said I essayed him. So I didn't do it. I didn't. It never happened. 12-year-old me, traumatized by that. I was like, people are going to think I'm a horrible person and it didn't happen. I never did this. Like, why would I ever do that? I'm just going to say I was a bully. Okay? I bullied the shit out of T. Okay? Which, at the time, I was like, well, he accused me of sexually assaulting him and it didn't happen, so obviously I'm going to bully him. But the way I went about it was all wrong. Okay, before I say this, I love furries. They're great. I love all of that, okay? It's amazing. When I was 12, I was a weird kid and I got bullied by everybody, but I hated furries. I don't dislike furries anymore. I just didn't. I was an idiot, okay? Sorry. But I told our entire grade that T was a furry. Which I shouldn't have done, but I was 12 and angry, and that was the worst thing that ever could have happened to me in my entire life at the time. So I kind of, on his birthday, I would say I feel bad, but like also I think about what he did to me and how he lied about me. But also I shouldn't, like, I don't know. It's kind of like a iffy line to walk on. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I just said that. But yeah, on his birthday in choir, we were all supposed to sing him happy birthday. I run up to this kid, I'll call him G. I run up to G. I'm like, hey, G. Hey, mind you, he bullied us, but he didn't bully us that much. So I run up to him like, hey, we know you hate us, and you hate T, obviously, because you hate all of us. He's a furry, so can you bully him? Can you bark at him? Can you make everyone bark at him when they sing happy birthday? Did I expect them to do it? No, I didn't. I thought it would just be like him. The entire choir class starts barking at him while singing happy birthday. Not my proudest moment, okay? But you gotta understand, I was so severely angry at how I was lied about that it was the only thing that I could think to do with my little 12-year-old mind. Now thinking back, I could have handled it way better. I could have, you know, just snitched to my mother and or something. I could have done anything else other than what I did. Like, anything else other than that would have been better. But I didn't. So, I'm about to move schools. I found out I'm moving schools. Because they were letting me finish out my 7th grade year there before I moved to this whole new school. I'm telling everyone bye. My best friend of 10 years, I have to tell goodbye. I have to tell everyone goodbye. I walk up to him on my last day. Hey, sorry for bullying you. I was really mean to you. And he said he accepted my apology, and then I didn't get an apology, but, you know, that's cool. Yeah. I just realized I didn't make an outro for this video while I was editing it. But here's the outro. Thanks for watching and listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed my terrible 7th grade year. But yeah, or my terrible experience. My terrible first dating experience. It was awful. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna try to post more. But I'll try, okay? No promises like last time, because I lied to your face. But yeah, okay.